Hello Tomo Pop and doll fans. My name is Jennifer Johnston. I'm the BJD writer that has been around lately. I mostly write about doll news, but I wanted to do something for people who are trying to get into the hobby and don't really know where to start, because I will freely admit that it is very overwhelming at first, and even after 4 years of it, I don't know. There's a lot that I still don't know, but I do know a lot also, so I thought I would try and talk about some things that might help new doll owners, and hopefully we're getting those after talking about them at Tomo Pop. So I want to cover a lot of topics, starting with the basics. Today it's just what is a BJD and where they come from, some terminology. So if you're already fairly familiar with them, I don't know how much you'll get out of today, but hopefully you'll still enjoy it. These are my own dolls that I'm showing here because they are more interesting to look at than me, and I also don't have my tripod, so there you go. So I want to call this Help Me BJD because it rhymes and I'm a nerd. So episode 1, what is a BJD? So the most basics of basics is that ball jointed doll is made of resin, and it has an internal skeleton of elastic. Let me show you what I mean here. Take Iris over here, and you will see when I pull on her that she has a nice resin skeleton and a skeleton of elastic inside of her. And this is the resin. It feels kind of smooth, kind of like an egg actually. Maybe there's a little texture to it. Ball jointed dolls have been around a lot longer than the Asian ball jointed dolls that you're seeing here. Well, this isn't a ball jointed doll, this is an A-zone doll, but she's cute, so she stays. But Asian ball jointed dolls got started in, according to Wikipedia, I'm no doll historian, 1999, with the company that you are probably familiar with, Volks. It's a Japanese company. They make Dollfie Dreams, which a lot of people here are probably big fans of, and they should be because they're cute. So, I guess terminology. You've probably heard the word Dollfie a lot to mean BJD, but a Dollfie is actually something like the A-zone doll here. This isn't a BJD, it doesn't have a skeleton, it's solid plastic, but not resin. They're fashion dolls, 24 centimeters about, and they're made by Volks. So a lot of people use it to mean BJD, and you'll get by saying that. People will know what you're talking about, but technically it's not really a ball jointed doll. So you might also get people going, oh, Dollfie's not a BJD. So if you get that, just warning, that's what they're talking about. But again, it'll work if you say it, so don't worry too much about it. SD is short for Super Dollfie, which is, of course, the larger size doll made by Volks, and we just took the phrase Super Dollfie and applied it to all dolls about 60 centimeters and higher. This is my only SD. She is from Soul Doll. She's about 55 centimeters. And the SD size is very, very popular. Probably the most popular size, although currently tinies are also a big deal. Like I said, they're usually 60 centimeters, but they can get up to 80 centimeters, which is really huge. It's 2.54 or 2.45 centimeters to an inch. So that helps us American people with our not metric system. But it can get a little smaller. The 52 centimeter Soldal Vito is technically considered a SD, so sometimes it just depends on how the company markets the line of dolls. So MSD, Mini Super Doffy, again the name given to the Volks line of dolls of this size. They are about 40 centimeters tall, and they have sort of the narrowest size range among ball jointed dolls. It's really only about 40 to, I don't know, 48, maybe 50. Of course there's always exceptions, but here's an MSD from Bamacrony. That's a with doll jewel. Mini Fees, Shaorin, Riean, Shushu, Marsha, Blue Fairies. So the thing about MSDs that's a little different from the others is that they come in slim and normal variety. The slim variety is sort of like a full-sized adult doll in a smaller size. So it's sort of like having an SD but more compact. That's the Fairyland Mini Fees. You'll see that he's thin. He pretty much looks like an adult. And you can't really share clothes between them. So this would be a non-slim MSD, and you can see that she kind of looks like a child. And to show you how you have to take this into consideration, here's a slim doll wearing an outfit meant for a non-slim doll, and you'll see that it's really pretty big on her. I mean, she can wear it, but you might want something more fitting for her. So you have to think of that when you're buying a doll, an MSD. Got to make sure the clothes fit. And the ever popular Tiny. These guys pretty much range from 9 centimeters to, I don't know, 33. It kind of varies. So that means that this little guy, it's a Pookie Pookie from Fairyland. It's only about 10 centimeters tall. Is a tiny. Then this Pookie Fee is a tiny. And so are YoSDs. Again, another name from Volks, YoSD. So that's all the sizes of dolls. Let's see. I've been talking a lot about face-ups in my posts. When a doll has a face-up, you can see that their face is painted. They have color and sort of definition to their face. And here's a doll without a face-up. He looks scary, colorless, kind of creepy. And that would be without a face-up. So you can do them yourself, and I've done some myself. This guy, this girl, this girl. But it does take a lot of practice, so at first you might want to consider buying one that has face-up. And that is all for this week. I hope you found it informative, or at least liked looking at the cute dolls. Everyone likes that. And hopefully I'll see you for the next Help Me BJD. If you have any suggestions for things to cover, I'm going to have a list in the body of the post talking about some things that we may cover, but if you have suggestions, questions, feel free to ask me. Goodbye, Tomo Pop.